and energy to drive myself because many people. This has to be remembered. It's not that something we come here to just for the sake of enjoying and post or something like that. I mean business here because I have promised to revive this college and I promise that I will never leave any stone unturned to achieve the targets that has been set by the government to me, which I am doing it in the style already. And the people who are sitting here will visualize where I will take this institute. That is will I will the tribute that will be I will be properly paying to the great Sabarnathan Nair sir because I know Dr. Buchya sir have done a tremendous thing for a relatively longer duration of in his tenure. But then Sabarnathan Nair sir is the visionary who brought these all buildings into reality, followed by Buchya sir to create all the basic infrastructure coming from an ICR system. Of course, there are many other people in a short while they have contributed immensely as a short gap arrangement that goes up to Murugal sir now currently because Bangareddy sir was there previously and then Srinivas Iyer sir was there previously and for a shorter duration even Dr. Subbareddy sir was there and as well as Girija madams were there. These are all the people who really, although very shorter duration, they also played an immense role. And of course, I need to mention two another stalwarts sitting here, Ramesh Kumar sir, as well as my own beloved teacher and my mentor, Dr. Ram Kumar sir. Because these all they have taken as a full stint as the directors, I mean deans of this college, and they have contributed immensely for the growth and development of the college. That is the reason we need to fondly remember today, like as a student giving back in a own little small way. This is a very small way. There are many more laurels will come their way because we believe in giving to people. I firmly believe that, and this is only a small beginning. Although I wish that many more retired persons are there due to various reasons of their ill health and other things, or the distance they need to travel, they couldn't make it. And I wish that more such type of things are come. That is the reason I wanted this function to be telecasted and for the information of the house that we are live going live on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter, as well as in YouTube. Because I want all the alumni of this prestigious institute to be witnessing it because they may be missing it. Although the pre-recorded thing, but then seeing it live with the technologies that are currently available. Thanks to the great team that are working here, the students community headed by Dr. Madhivadani. It's a tremendous job. I also would like to thank Dr. Vivek, Dr. Maitri, and Dr. George for compiling those video shots. Yeah, that is what been depicted here. What all the contributions made by these great stalwarts that has been depicted. Many more to come because there may be a few mistakes from our side because we are students giving back the tribute to the faculty. If any small mistakes are there, I believe that my team and those who are present here, without criticizing, you should magnanimously accept that this is an milestone being created here because in terms of giving back to these startups because to build an organization it takes hell out of you and then without the dedication of certain persons it's not at all possible, like 80 percentage of people in India, although there are what is that we are lacking in this country, but still we are in the developing status. I am one in that who wanted to put this institute in a global map. I wanted to develop the status. That is primarily because we are all creating a round around us, and then we live in that round and then end up our life. Like we need to come out of that shell. If you wanted to attain glory, we need to come out of the shell. That's what we couple of people are doing, and we are promising to this institute that we will never forget these stalwarts sitting in the front row today. And I promise that these are the qualities we have imbibed, and each and every one of you people have imparted these qualities, and we will never leave these ethics and moral values that you people have taught us. As a guru, it's our responsibility that we come back and then pay our token of respect in our own little way. That's the reason. And like I've been to US, I've been to Australia for two postdoctorate, and I've been traveled quite a lot. But then I always see we go and keep a name of a great scientist who has done a tremendous work in their country, and then we try to imbibe that. When I started my career, I always wanted to be a physiologist. After the BBSc, I never looked back. That's primarily because I wanted to prove a point, not to anybody else, to myself. Like, is it that I am capable of only this? That drives me a lot to go on and on and on, and that's the reason probably I never get satisfied with whatever I have achieved, and I strive hard for excellence. Like you go and see like very big stalwarts are there even at abroad. They keep people who have contributed immensely, but of course they are their own people. And Neil Armstrong was landed in moon. I went to Ohio State University. A building has been named after him, and he is a graduate from the Ohio State University. Well, we have always this problem of following the foreigners. I would have had a very comfortable job abroad with the quality of CV today I am possessing, but never I wanted to be like that. I wanted to come back, give back in my own little way to this country which has given me everything, and that's the reason the future generation physiologists and other students I'm grooming, because it is, I believe in giving back. And then we talk about the stalwarts of the great people sitting over abroad who have written a book to their context which may not be applicable to their Indian condition. Here are the stalwarts sitting over here, without them we are nothing, and that is the change is permanent. We have to change as individual. That is the reason I thought like these are the stalwarts, their name should be depicted on the building, not anything else. We may be having indifferences among us, but that's not at all a problem as far as to do the honors for these stalwarts sitting over here, because they have contributed in their own little way whatever possible opportunities they got, and with the help of a political system present here, they have done a tremendous job. Let us acknowledge the persons who have directly and indirectly played an immense role in our career, rather than remembering somebody, the great stalwarts of elsewhere in the world. And what is that their contribution to our life? It's nothing. And what is that we are lacking in the notes these people have given to us has only made us a better citizen today. Let us honor them. Why we need to go on to keep the people's foreigners, or for example the great Pitambars of this institute, I mean in this country, or you keep a politician's name, etc., etc. I don't believe in that. I believe in giving back. These are the people who have given us, and it's time for us to pay back. That is what we are doing in here, and this is between the teacher and the students. And I believe nobody should come in that way of love and respect between these people. That's very essential for all of us to understand that this function is primarily meant to be the Guru Vandana, that we wanted to give back to these stalwarts who have contributed. That will make them immensely happy. I'm sure they go with a great memory today. These are the type of qualities we wanted to imbibe in the next generation. And to the information of the stalwart sitting over here, I am sitting here for them, for these kids, 3 hours extra to train them what it is to be a good human being rather than a good researcher or a good student. I am training them to be a good citizens. So that is what I try to give back in my own little way to make these students today, because you have to understand that today's students are tomorrow's officers. So we need to invest and we need to teach them if they go wrong, and that's very very important, that we need to concentrate on developing quality human resources. That is what these people have done, and that is what we need to continue to doing that, because when we expect the government to support us, the students expects them like we also should support them. It's vice versa. Like that is the reason I always make it a point, we don't groom a student to complete a degree. We wanted to groom them for their settlement. That is the reason when I took over a special effort we have made, and I'm happy to share with the retired faculties that this year the campus interview selection was 93% of the people have got selected, and that is what the need of the hour, because we need to the measurement of the success of the college should be in terms of how we groom the youngsters and then how they settle. That is primarily important here. It is not that we do go and take 2 class or 3 class, take a practical and finish it. There never ends a teacher's role. Teachers, as Dr. Mandal sir has very very beautifully he has explained. I really appreciate the way he has put forth his views. Like that is the need of the hour, to understand what is the role of a teacher, because they are guru for us. And apart from, because it's mandatory like our father and mother to be standing by us, but not for the guru. And I think it's time for to reflect all those nostalgic moments we had with these teachers, and I request my teachers to humbly contribute towards the growth of these students community, because our success are measured based on the successes they are getting. Their success means they should be settling in their life in a very big way, as many of the retired faculties have echoed that our alumni are distributed across the globe. That is not because like they had the potential, that is because of the quality of the teaching that has been imparted to them, which gives them the technical competency or the knowledge that has been imparted by these great stalwarts to go on to flourish at the highest level. Because having an so easy. As a student, that's okay, you get a scholarship and go. But then as a faculty, as many people have type of quality to survive at the highest level, you need your basics to be set right. and that basic has been imparted by this stalwart sitting over here. So we shall not forget them. Okay, there are many more such function will continue. There are many more people in that pipeline for various criteria. And I take this opportunity to extremely thank the all the faculty members who are present over here, because it's a proud moment for all of us to pay in our own little way, because they are all your colleagues, and you are all our teachers. So in that way, this function makes us a very special function, and it is one of the definitely going to be a milestone. And I promise that these stalwarts will keep coming back in the new year, sir. I have addressed them. We wanted to construct an auditorium, wanted to construct a 5 classroom of 125 capacity, and also we wanted to construct 2 different hostels, so that we are sending out our students. Now we wanted to bring them back all. This is what the roadmap we have set for this year, and hopefully with the blessings of all these stalwarts and the great stalwarts who are sitting presently here, as well as who are not able to attend this function for various reasons, and that is it. And another important thing to be announced, like our we are at it your pensioners, like, because like this we are off late facing a lot of problem regarding dispersing the pension or the terminal benefits. It's very difficult job and a very tricky situation, the financial position of the institute. We will see that what best could be done, and then we will try to solve the issue of the pensioners, because it's very important that we have to make them happy. And I promise here, standing here, like, I will put my maximum possible effort. Even yesterday I've been sitting with the type of means representation given by our teaching club, of a teachers club, that is of the institute, because they met the minister, and then they given us, and we have drafted very beautifully whatever possible way from our side to working towards achieving that goal, and then pressing hard the government. And we have given all possible data, what are the things that are pending, and we are at it. Definitely we will definitely strive hard to accomplish that goal as early as possible, so that, because you are all getting your pending terminal benefits, as well as the pension is getting regularized, that is one of the top priority. Because I'm not the person to show my back and run away from my responsibility. I know what is that they are up to that. Even to a couple of people yesterday, when I was making sure that they are coming and attending, I was making such a promise, like, it's very important that we need to make them happy, and what best we can do to fight with this government, and then make that realistic. That will be one of a dream come true. Again, there are several such dream, I can keep on telling that. And one such dream will be definitely as one of the priority for us to support these stalwarts in our own little way, in terms of getting the pension regularized. And I would request all the cooperation of all the. We should never forget the contribution that are made by the non-teaching faculty, and because behind the scene they work a lot. Because as an administrator we put them order, but then they are not executing it in their own style. Things may not moving in the right direction. In that way, I believe that all the non-teaching faculty are playing an immense role for the growth of this growth and development of this country, and it is very essential to also fondly remember them. So, like, we also would like to have a very big get together later this or middle towards the year, to get them all on board again, so that we also would like to felicitate them who overall have contributed and retired from this greater institution. So with these few words, I once again take this opportunity to means take the love, care, and affection these people have rendered, and this is a small way, little way that we are trying to give you back. And I hope that you keep coming back to this greater institute, for we believe that your happiness is our blessings. So, and other supporting staff and all my team, headed by Dr. Mini and Dr. Abhirami and Dr. Venkatesh Vermal, Dr. Gantraj, and also my contract faculty who are sitting over here, who all made an immense contribution towards making this program a grand success. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for creating a memorable event in the history of River. Now, coming to the end of the program, I invite Dr. Ganeshan, sir, BR Academics, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Dean, respected former Deans of River, and distinguished retired professors, members of faculty of River. It gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, on behalf of everyone at River, I express my sincere thanks to the family members of late Shabrinathan Nair sir board unveiling function. We are all deeply honored and immensely pleased. I also sincerely thank the former deans Dr. Venkareddy sir, Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir, and Dr. Ram Kumar sir, and the retired professors Dr. R. M. Pillai sir, Dr. Keshav Rao sir, Dr. Balgopan sir, Dr. P. X. Antony sir. Each and every one of these professors have not only groomed their students with their knowledge and wisdom, but also contributed to the development of this institute. Thanks a lot for your contribution to this institute and for accepting our invitation and finding time and taking efforts to make it for the unveiling function. We are deeply honored and grateful to you all. Thanks a lot to our present Dean for conceiving this idea. This is a wonderful gesture of recognizing the significant contributions made by our former Deans, our retired professors. Amidst all his high pressure official duties, Dean has personally involved himself in meticulously planning and monitoring each and every activity associated with the happening of this event. Thanks a lot, sir, for your efforts and leading from the front. Special thanks to Dr. V. Srinivasan, librarian of this institute, and his team of faculty members for taking up the responsibility of designing and getting ready all the name boards. It's been a lot of committed and conducting this program in the best possible manner in a very short time. Thanks a lot to each and every one of them. Finally, thanks to all the members of the faculty of River for gracing the function. Thanks on and on. तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय
I request everyone to join for high tea, which was provided outside the hall. Followed by high tea, I request all of you to gather for unveiling ceremony in the respective departments. Thank you.